Hey residents of Meepletown, today we are leading an expedition of archaeologists. We're going to be discovering the island of Arnak. We're going to be looking at the temple, we're going to be exploring different locations, and scoring a lot of points basically. Let's get to the table, check out the lost ruins of Arnak. Wake up Meepletown!
It wasn't fun. It wasn't funny the first time you did that.
First player marker is a alarm clock. You like that? You don't like that?
Did you have one of those when you were growing up?
One of these? This is like from the 1800s or something.
Right? I mean, the one with the bells on the sides.
Oh, no. I'm not that old.
I had one of those.
Okay. All right. Here is the setup for the Lost Ruins of Arnak.
And I really liked it a lot, actually.
John is going to be yellow. I will be red. I'll be the first player. This is a deck builder. It's a worker placement game. We're going to be doing lots of things. We'll just kind of jump into it. I'll show off some things real fast what the board is. These are cards that you're going to be drafting, that you're going to be paying for to put into your deck of cards. These are sites on the island that you're going to be exploring. We'll be exploring them from here, and they go out in this spot. You'll see us do that. These are some basic worker placement spots that we can take from the very beginning. And this is our research track. As we move up on the research track, we're going to be gaining bonuses, and if we get really far up, we're also going to be gaining points. The more points we get, the higher up that research track we get. If we get all the way to the what's this guy? The bird temple on this side.
Look at that guy.
It's the bird temple. The other side is the snake temple. The bird temple.
Kind of
we're
looks
gonna
like
get
a
points
bird mixed with a
turtle.
Tortoise, yeah.
A tortoise.
Oh God.
That's quite the tortoise there.
Oh.
Okay, so on my turn, actually both of us, we're going to start off with 5 cards in our hand. We each start off, just so you can see, we each start off with the same cards, these cards, and then 2 fear cards, which are...
Are you going first, or are we going to just do a Marlin Rando?
No, I'm first. I got the token.
Well, then give me my stuff, then.
Oh, sorry. Yes, we each start off with resources. John's going to start off with a compass and a coin. I'll start off with 2 coins. 5... Oh, dear!
This is going great so far.
Oh dear. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Unless I didn't lose.
Why do I have only 4 cards?
You didn't take your fear cards.
Oh my bad.
Actually, when I say
you prepared my deck.
Unless you have a whole deck of fear cards.
Okay. Woo.
Okay. On your turn, you're going to be able to take 1 main action and then as many free actions as you want. The free actions always have the. They're going to have a lightning bolt next to them. So with this one, as a free action, I can just use this to take a coin if I want to. You will be able to do lots of things for your main action. One is to dig at a site, which is basically placing your worker here, but you have to put a card associated with the different worker placement spots. I knocked this out of the way when I fumbled all of my cards everywhere. So you can,
just like the Lions yesterday, against
dig
the Titans.
at a site. You can discover a site, and I won't explain the other ones yet because I think that's probably what I'm going to do is dig at a site. So the first thing that I'll do, when I dig, you each start off with 2 archaeologists for the round. You'll get those back at the end of the round. The time tracker's up here. You're going to have 5 different rounds. So the first thing I'm going to do is I will place this worker here to be able to get 2 compass tokens. But in doing so, I have to spend normally you would have to spend them and put them above your board. I'm not going to have enough space. I'm going to put them right here. Kind of, what is that called? Cascaded right there, maybe?
To the side.
So
that's what I say.
These spots, you only have to have a foot symbol. The fear cards have the foot symbol on there. You can spend a card that is higher up. There's a hierarchy to these different symbols that are on there. So both of these can act as a foot, the boat and the car symbol. And then you also have an airplane card from some of these cards up here, and those are like a wild symbol, basically. Okay, so I will spend that to go here to take 2 compass tokens, and that will be my entire turn.
Okay, I'm going to also play a fear card and go digging for some gold. I'm a gold digger. How about that?
Excellent.
That's it.
All right.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it quickly, Dean. We don't want all your nonsense. It just goes on and on.
All right. John is probably, he's getting gold, so he might be looking up here for a card that he wants to buy. You've got item cards over here that cost gold, and then you have the artifacts that cost you the compass eyes, as John calls it. The plural of compass.
Compass eye.
For me...
You know what a compass eye is?
I'm kind of more looking
This is a Compass Eye.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I'm kind of looking more up here. I want to discover a new site, I think. I'm also thinking here it wouldn't be a terrible idea to get some of that stuff going on, but...
True that.
But, ooh, this is a tough one, because I also, if you go here, you're gonna get a Guardian on here, and the Guardian's going to be something you have to defeat, otherwise you're gonna get a fear card.
Yep.
Ooh, so I don't know if I want to do that either. I don't know what I want to do. I'm at a loss.
I don't know what you want to do either.
I'm at a loss here. This card looks really good too. This
yeah,
artifact.
you have to take a fear, but that's a lot of... What are those called, Dean? What are these called?
I don't know. These are...
Before we started this video, he was meticulous about make sure we get everything named right.
We've got the jewels, the artifact, not the artifacts, the arrowheads, and then we have the yep. Tablets. There we go.
Nailed
Tablets.
it.
There we go. I think what I'm going to do, John, I'm going to spend...
Do you know...
I don't really want to do this.
Where the mention of the first laxative is?
What?
Yeah.
No.
It's in the Bible. It says that Moses took the 2 tablets, went out into the wilderness, and it came to pass.
All right, I'm going to play this for my gold coin. I don't know what to do with that. That's my free action. As my main action, I'm going to purchase a card up there that I think John might want. Compass tokens are kind of important in this game. I'm going to take this one right here.
Okay.
When you buy an item, it's going to go to the bottom of your deck. They're different from the artifacts. The artifacts you get to play right away. These go to the bottom of your deck.
And a shift.
Shift those down and draw a new card out there. That might not at all be what John wants. Oh, actually,
interesting.
that's what I really want.
That's what I want.
That's my turn. I take
Thanks.
my main action.
Thanks, Dean. Same thing. I'm going to spend
You're going to buy that one?
3 coins and grab that. I was going to get this. I actually like this, though, because if you go ahead and pass, so if you play this last, you're going to get 3 Compass Eye.
Compass Eye. Nice.
Which is, I mean, I'm still tempted on that, but that does give me an extra point, and that gives you flexibility, though, too, if you need coins.
Yeah.
So I like both of those, actually, quite a bit. That's an interesting decision. This is more flexibility and the chance to get more.
It is
true. That's the safer bet. It has another victory point, by the way, so you will score victory points.
Yeah.
Based on that, but I'm just going to go ahead and grab that.
And the other thing you're looking at, John's going to go the safe route. And the other thing you're looking at on there...
Which one would you have done?
Are the symbols... No, I was just kidding. I would have taken the one you took. The symbols at the top, again, refer to going to these locations. So you want to kind of pay attention to those as well.
That goes at the bottom of my deck,
specific
right?
locations,
Okay.
That's right. Yeah, to the bottom of your deck.
It's been a weekend since we played it.
Ooh, that one's actually pretty good, too. You had that one before. Where you gain a compass for each.
I thought it was awesome, and then
for each of your idols.
I didn't use it very well.
All right, I think what I'm going to do now... Okay, yeah, I will. I'm going to spend this as my free action, my exploration. Yes, I'll do that. Yep, I'll do that. That's going to give me a compass token. And now, for my main action, I will spend all 3 of these compass tokens. And this card, for the symbol on here, for the boat symbol. And when I do that, I'm going to place my worker out here. Now, I'm doing that for a couple reasons. One, because I really want to gain the benefit from here. First off, I'm going to get this, right? You get this token, and it's going to go to your board. You take the action on there, and this action allows me to banish a card, to get rid of one of these cards. This is going to go back to the Fear deck.
Get out of here, Fear.
And when I do that, I just flip this over because I can then use this up here on this track to take one of these actions. I'm not going to do that right now, but that is a free action to do later on. Then you're going to take a level 1 tile for this section here. Flip it over.
What did you explore? What did you find?
I found it. Actually, that's good.
That's good for you.
That's really helpful.
For the track over there, huh?
Right, so you immediately get that. That's going to be a jewel that I'll get. And then a guardian goes over that spot. All right. Now, in order to defeat this guardian, you have to get all of those, turn all of those in. Now, I knew going into this that I wasn't going to be able to defeat this. Most of the guardians are going to have an arrowhead because you're trying to defeat them with a weapon, right? This one says I have to have an arrowhead, turn an arrowhead in, a compass, and discard a card to be able to defeat him. When I get him, there's a bonus that I can take later on in the game. His is to gain a card.
If you get him.
Right, if I get him. Now,
if
I
you
might
can't
not
defeat him, I can go defeat him.
That's right, later on in the game. Now, I didn't care as much about defeating him because the tile that I took allowed me to discard a card. And so I didn't mind gaining a fear card knowing that I was going to get rid of one. And I like exploring. I think it's fun. So That is my entire turn, right? I did that. I took my jewel. Yep.
All right. So I am going to. Man, I just don't know if that is the most efficient thing to do at this point, but I'm gonna do it. I think. All right. I'm gonna play the fear, and I'm gonna go over here and grab me an arrowhead, and that's it.
Okay.
That's what an efficient turn is right there. Not all this like nonsense talking about everything.
Is that nonsense? All right. I would like an arrowhead. You're preparing for defeating that monster on your later on in the round, next round.
That's not happening. No, I'm not. I am not.
All right. I don't have any cards that will allow me to, or I guess I do. I can take an action here that can help me, but I'm going to take my main action to move up on this research track. Over here, what you're going to do is you're going to move either your magnifying glass or your notebook up a spot. But your notebook can never get ahead of your magnifying glass because how can you write stuff down if you don't know it, right?
Yep.
This is signifying I'm researching. I will move up this spot, and then I'll take the bonus on this side associated with which token I move. So in this case, I move my magnifying glass, I gain a coin, and that's
worth 1 victory point.
At the end of the game. At the end of the game.
What am I saying?
I don't know.
1 victory point at the end of the game.
Arnak is changing
at the end of the game. Whoa. This is getting serious. Okay, so I'm going to do this something similar. I'm going to actually go up this track. Now, I could go over here, by the way, just because my magnifying glass and stuff's over there doesn't mean I have to go up this track. I'm kind of, yeah. Whoops.
What's happening?
Just go ahead and
That's going to move both of us.
Just move both up there. And the reason both of us, not only are we going up here to try to get victory points, move it up, but we want this up here so that we can get a little engine going with our
That's
folks
right.
over there.
You can get an assistant if you move up your notebook, and that's the bonus that they gain at first. And so you're looking at those, and those are actually pretty good ones that are out there.
Yep.
So John took his main action. I only have a fear card left in my hand. I don't have any resources. I have a coin, which will do me no good. Now I can use my idol to put it in this location and take one of these actions, but I don't think I'm going to do that because it's kind of a waste right now. So all I'm going to do is pass as my main action.
All I'm going to do is take these free actions. I should have just done it at the end of my last turn.
You just got a lot of resources, huh?
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't just do it at the end of my last turn, but that's it. I'm done.
All right, you're going to pass as well?
Yeah.
All right, so then what we're going to do, we're going to take all the cards from our hand and the ones that we have played. We're going to shuffle those. Actually, you will have played all of your cards. So we'll played all of our cards. We're going to shuffle these up. They're going to go into the bottom of our deck.
Do you want to do one more round, or is that good?
Yeah, we'll do one more round because I want to win.
Well,
we'll show the reset too. So what's going to happen here is we're going to take this moon staff and we're going to discard both cards on either side of that, and we're going to put this here. And to refill this pile, we'll now take from the artifacts. So as the game goes on, you'll have more artifacts than you'll have items, as opposed to the reverse. Because as you explore the island more, you'll have more stuff, right? I didn't do this.
Yep,
First, I should have taken my fear card. Whoops, let me put that there. As I take that token off of there, I'm going to gain a fear card. That's going to be shuffled into my deck. All right.
Yep.
And for some clarity on how I played my hand, by the way, I probably should have done that a little bit different, because what you do is you take all of the cards that you have in your discard in your played area and you shuffle those up. When I discarded a card to get rid of, when I banished a card, what I should have done, and this is, I would go back and do this retroactively if I wasn't talking so much. I would discard the fear card, banish the fear card from my hand, so I have played all of my cards. Otherwise, the cards that you have in your hand, you're actually going to play those. I just want to clarify that because I don't think I said that right. What did I do?
I knew what you were doing.
There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I got to take this archaeologist back, and John's going to take the first player token. And I believe we have reset. Is that right? Yep.
Yep.
All right, here we go.
Okay. It's really interesting stuff. Like, there's some interest. I mean, these are things that I wouldn't probably be sharing if it were me and Dean playing. But there's some interesting cards. Like, one thing that's really big in this game is getting more cards.
Yeah.
Though we don't have any cards up here that really get us. We have this large backpack which says draw a card from the bottom of your deck, which it gives you a coin. It could be a really good way to go back in. Like, as soon as you get a new card, then it would go to the bottom of your deck. So you would be able to then play it immediately.
Yeah.
One of these. These you actually do play immediately. These are interesting. This allows you to get a coin, and then you can use the gold side of those assistants. That's right? Assistants?
Assistants, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which is interesting. Exchange one of your assistants with one of the available one on the supply board. This is more interesting on the flip side, alternate side of the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think what I'm going to do is just start off by going out for a little exploration. I'm going to play this card to match the little automobile, and I'm going to take. Do I want to do an? I don't have the resources to get an upgrade. This is going to upgrade. What is that again?
These are the tablets.
Tablets.
You can upgrade
a tablet to
tablet
a arrow, and I don't have those, so that doesn't do me any good. So I'm going to go ahead and go here and just take the coin. So get that. Grab me a coin. Then let's see what happens, Dean. Flip it over. No.
That's a good one.
Oh, that's a good one. Is there an echo in this
So that
room?
gives
My
John
bad.
a tablet and a arrowhead, which are probably you're going to have to use an arrowhead against this guy.
Yeah.
So he'll be pretty easy to defeat.
I have all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now John will, if he wants to defeat that guardian, will have to pay those 3 resources on there at a later turn, because that's a main action to be able to do that.
Yeah. I thought about. Yeah. I probably should have gone here and just tried to kill Dean's guy off.
Yeah, I'm actually glad you didn't, because that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I really like that.
Because I forgot about the getting to draw another card immediately. That was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, or whenever you want to, as a free action.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
But that
Whenever
does-
you flip it over and
Yeah. Now I don't know what I want to do.
instead of this will give me another symbol, which will come useful, but I probably should have done that. The reason I did this was honestly, I just thought it would be more thematic and more fun to explore.
Nice. All right.
Nice.
There's a couple things I'd like to do, but I think now that I know John kind of wants to go to that spot, I will.
Well, I kind of wanted to. Who knows
Yeah,
what
I'll
I
do
now.
this. I will spend my funding card for the boat on there, and I'll go here, and I'll just take a jewel, and that's all I'll do for my turn, in the hopes that I'll be able to defeat that guy right there. All right, back over to you.
Back over to you, mate. Yeah, just some interesting things here. Man, I kind of don't want to use my guy, but I'm going to. All right, I'm going to come down here and play my fear card and grab me an arrowhead.
Now, that hurts because
You wanted to do that.
I
And now
needed to do that. I have to have. Unless I can figure out another way.
He
which
needs one to go here, and he needs one to kill that guy.
Yeah, I'm not as concerned about this one yet. That would be nice, but that's kind of the least of my worries.
I just did that to just ruin your turn.
Yeah.
Honestly, it had nothing to do with that.
But
you can do it with that guy.
Now, another thing I can do, I can spend my idol and then just straight up take an arrowhead. Or I can, now that I have a jewel, I can move my notebook up to this spot, which will allow me to pick one of these. Now, one of those is to pay a coin to gain an arrowhead, which is a good thing, but it's not the one I wanted. I wanted to be able to take one of these other ones that just give me straight up a resource. But John forced my hand a little bit. John has 2 arrowheads, and I don't think he's going to care that much about that, even if he spins, because he's probably going to go ahead and move this up here, take one of those, right?
We'll see.
Now that I'm saying this, I know John would take that just to be that guy. But I think what I'll do is I'll spend my jewel, and I will take this.
I'm going to be
assistant.
real. I wanted that one. I would have taken
Really?
that one.
Okay.
Not because of... I just like the flexibility it gives you, and I already have a card to get another compass.
Oh, that's
I
true.
kind of like the tablet one over there as well.
Yeah. And now each of these, John mentioned this, but each of these, as you move up on the track, you see these, if you can see those gold spots on there, those allow you to flip those over and take a better action that are listed at the bottom.
So if Dean can flip his over, he can actually spend a coin to get a jewel or an arrowhead.
Yeah.
That's really powerful.
It
I
is.
really
It can be, yeah.
like that one. Because some of these spots are really tight on the board.
Yeah.
Now, the one flipped over allows you to discard a card. I'm not as excited about that, or remove a card from the game. I'm not as excited about that one. Okay, so I'm going to do what Dean said I would do. And
Move up here?
yeah.
So, okay.
Yes, please. Thank you. Wow. I'm going to take the tablet one.
Yeah, that's a good one. I have that. Now, tablets are really useful as you're gaining artifact cards. I mentioned that when you buy that, you immediately get to play it. But later on in the game, if you want to play these, you have to spend a tablet. So that's why tablets are important in this game.
And there's a lot of tablet spots on this track.
That's right.
A lot.
That's right. So
I'm happy.
I know that, well, now that John has this to get tablets, I don't think he cares as much about that. Originally, what I was going to do is I was going to go down here and take this spot to gain 2 tablets. Now I'm questioning whether I want to do that because I don't really need any tablets at this very moment except to be able to move up here, which I don't think I'm going to be able to do that this round anyway. Now, John can go up here and just steal this token from me, which is going to be unfortunate, but I don't think there's anything I can do to stop that. So I think what I'll do is go ahead and focus on this and then possibly exploring a new area, and then I will just probably have to give up on gaining that one at all. I never moved my notebook up here when I did that. There we go. So first thing I'll do is, as a free action, I'll spend a coin to gain an arrowhead. Now for this spot, all I need is to discard a card and to gain to get rid of a compass. I will spin this card, which is my dog.
How about that?
My dog is going to give me a...
What's the dog got in his mouth there?
A compass? That is it looks like a spine. It's not. I don't know. It's some kind of a...
No.
It's some kind of a treasure that he found on the island.
Yeah,
I think.
that's awesome.
So he's going to give me a compass.
Who doesn't want a dog that brings you treasures?
Why are they exploring the island when you can just get a dog and he'll do it all for you?
Wow.
That's what I'm going to do. And then I can activate an unoccupied one of these spots. So one of these like base camp spaces. And I think what I'm going to do is...
That's a really good card.
I would like these because tablets are really helpful, but I kind of think I might look to explore some more, even though that's probably going to gain me more fear. It is what it is. So I will activate that spot right there.
Okay, I'm going to play my automobile and gain 2 compasses. I feel like you have this long drawn out like are you playing like way better than me like thing, and I'm like, I will do this.
I'm definitely not. I'm just explaining it more, I guess. I'm going to now battle this guardian. So I will spend a card. That's what that symbol is on there. I will spend a compass and I'll spend a arrowhead to take this, and now I have this that's worth 5 points at the end of the game, but I also can use this to gain a card.
You have to spend a card to defeat them, right?
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm. I spent my fear card. Yeah.
Does it matter what symbol it is? I can't remember.
I'm sorry?
To go out there to defeat them. What symbol do you have to use? You just spend any card.
This one right here.
Oh, but you don't normally have to spend a card to defeat them.
No. Like John on his, he just has to use a compass.
That's what I was confused.
You were trying to make sure that I was
I was confused because I was like, I don't remember that, and even though we've played this multiple times, maybe I wasn't spending.
We may not have battled this one specifically, I guess. But yeah.
I thought maybe I was doing something wrong. Okay, so I'm actually going to spin these 3. I like this guy right here. And so you immediately get to, when you take one of these artifacts, you immediately get to use the benefit without paying the tablet. So I gain a coin, which I'll take the coin. And then it says, use the effect on the gold side of one of the assistants available on the supply board. Mm-hmm. So like, I'm going to take 2 compasses from there. I think, I could take... That's interesting because I could use that to take an arrowhead. There's that straight up arrowhead right over there. I think I'm going to do that actually. And take me an arrowhead.
Yeah, I wish this one would have been available for me. I would have tried to get that one instead of the one that I have to spend a gold to do that. This one you do have to spend a fear card to be able to play that. Okay, now
do we flip one over here?
Yeah, this one slides down. That's right.
That's what I thought. Just wanted to verify.
John and I have a rule that whoever teaches the game is also the one that's keeping up with all the upkeep. I'm forcing him to do it.
Well, so. I mean, I like, even when I'm 99% sure, like I usually ask because I don't because if we don't get it right, people are going to comment and they're going to tell us how stupid we are.
They're going to be mad.
They're going to be so mad at us and like, you're idiots.
Stupid before. All right.
Have they?
I don't think so. For my free action, I'm gonna place this to gain a compass. I'm gonna go exploring again. Knowing, again, that I'm going to take another fear card because I won't be able to attack that guardian that's going to be there. So I'll play this exploration card for the boat. I'm going to go here, and this will, well, yeah, I'll do that. I'll do this to gain a tablet. Again, this will flip over. I'm going to flip the level 1 tile over, which is not great, but honestly, that actually might be what I need to be able to defeat the guardian there. We'll see.
I guess we're going to see.
Flip a guardian over on top of there, and that will be... Oh, no!
Oh, you have to have a card.
So you have to have a card with that symbol. Now, or you have to have that symbol. Some of the guardians actually have the symbols on there.
Like this one right here.
Right. So I have the arrowhead, but not that. But I do have a way of gaining a card.
So you can see what
potentially
happens.
Gaining 2 cards, but I just don't know if I have that. I do. I have one of those cards in here out of these 2 cards. One is a fear, and one is that symbol.
It's a risk.
It is a risk.
Go big or go home.
It's not terrible, so I might end up doing
That's
it
the
anyway.
risk of going out and exploring this late in the round.
Right.
Is that you don't know for sure. Unless you have one of everything or whatever.
Right.
I'm going to go ahead and take this guy down. So I need to... Oh, no!
You don't have what you need?
Oh, yeah. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to play both of these cards. I had it in my hand. That was dumb. Whoops. Almost took 2. All right. I've got all kinds of gold. All right, so one of each of these. Boom, boom, boom. And I slayed the... Ooh, that guy looks kind of evil. Look at that guy, man. What would you do, Mapletown, if you came in contact with that sucker in real life?
I would probably pay a compass and a coin and an arrowhead to defeat him. That's... I mean, it's the most thematic thing to do.
Yeah, and by the way, I will go ahead and just tap this guy and grab me another one of these.
All right. Hey, we tapped different ways. How about that?
Hey, how about that?
Normally I tap this way. I don't know what's going on. Arnak's got me all shifted around. Okay, the best thing that could have happened to me,
I'm tapping.
other than gaining what I needed to be able to defeat that guardian, is to be able to move up into this spot before John did. And in moving here, I gained a tablet and an arrowhead, which is exactly what I needed to move up in that spot. Now, John was going to do that and take that, but he didn't. I'll go here. I'll flip this over, which is going to be a coin. And I just get that. This goes out of the game.
I wasn't too concerned about that because I can go up here. And then if I get that, then I already have all the things to go ahead and move up one more time up into this spot right there. So I don't know.
For John, actually, he's in a better spot here because he has options of going either here or here. For me, if I moved here, I can only go here. So that would have been the only benefit. I'm also going to gain a compass, and that will be my turn.
Yeah, this is interesting. I have a lot of coinage here, which would make me think that I should probably pick something up. I mean, I could really have a lot of compassi if I were to take that machete. I'd also be able to like get rid of some of those fear cards that I have, which is not bad. I have the coins to do it. It's super tempting. So then that's gain 1 for each of your player on the board. So that could basically give me 2. And then that's 1 for all of those that I have up to 3. It's also worth 3 victory points too. But right now I've only slayed 1 monster. So I'm actually going to go ahead and spend 4 coins, which is all my coins. I also thought about going ahead and moving this up here and then trading a coin for one of those jewels to move up that track and get that. But Dean can't get it, so I'm just going to kind of slow play it at the moment. I'm going to spend all 4 to grab this machete here. Oh, sometimes cards are hard to pick up.
That's right. That's right. Okay, can't reach it. Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah, I've used that and didn't love it before. I'm limited on what I can do on my turn. I don't have any cards in my hand.
You gonna risk it for the Big Daddy?
I think I will. I think I might risk it. Now, I am kind of looking here. I can buy this card right here, what's it called? The Decorated Horn, which allows me to exchange my assistant with one available on the supply board. And it's exhausted right now. And the new one would come to me refreshed, which is nice. I do like that. And that would cost me 2. Ooh, this is a tricky one. So I actually think I will do that. I will spend those 2 coins. Now, this card is going to be pretty worthless to me later on in the game. I'm not going to use it, probably. Maybe I will. but I'll discard this assistant. Oh, let me gain the card first.
You don't like that assistant, huh?
I don't mind it, but I would rather...
the compass one?
Oh, you know what? That's okay. It'll still work for me. No.
You gotta play.
You
gotta play a card.
Yeah, I can't do that yet. What I'm going to do, my free actions first. Sorry about that. For my free actions, I'm going to play this.
You need to take your compass back
Flip
just
that
in
over.
case.
Oh, yeah, my bad.
Yeah.
Thank you. Let me redo that. I just did it in the wrong order. I'm going to do my free action to gain a card. That's what I want. Okay. I'm going to spend an idol in this spot. Now, what this does is cover up this spot, which is worth a point at the end of the game if I don't cover it up. But I'm going to cover it up and draw another card. Yep, that's exactly what I needed to happen. Okay, now I'll spend my 2 compass size.
Someone will write down what the plural is.
It's compasses.
It is compasses.
I'm just doing that to help you out. I will buy this decorated horn to get rid of my assistant. I'm going to exchange it with this assistant, okay? And this one will come the same level, but it's refreshed.
Matzpen. That's compass in Hebrew.
Now what I will do, all right, is I will, as my free action, exhaust that assistant, and I have to spend a foot token.
Listening to you take your turns is exhausting.
And a foot token. I'm explaining how the game goes,
You're doing a good job,
John.
dude. You're doing... Whoa. Did you crack a little bit there?
Maybe. And now I have the arrowhead that I need, and all I need is that symbol. So I'm playing this right, John. I'm a smart guy. Smart guy Dean is doing the right thing.
Okay. Well, this needs to go over here. Which really, really stinks. Ooh. I really want this card, but it's going to go away. Yeah. So this is pay a coin to activate 2 different of those signs. I had that one time, and that felt so good. I mean, you can really get a lot of resources from that, but...
You know, the reason I didn't do it is because I didn't have a coin to be able to do that. Otherwise, I probably would have bought that instead of the one I did.
Yeah, and now I like this one a lot, too, being able to draw another card, but I don't have any compasses to do it. So I think, and I'm not going to be able to get enough to do it. I could get 1. I think I'm going to pass.
You're going to pass?
Yeah.
All right. Then I think what I will do is I will defeat that Guardian. I will spend that symbol and an arrowhead and take this face up. This little frog king. Is that what he's called?
I don't know.
He looks like a frog. Lizard, maybe. Frog lizard. All right. I've got him. Still my turn. I don't have a lot I can do. I can spend my idol to take one of these things. That's not really going to help me very much, so I will also pass. We'll shuffle these up, put them back here at the bottom of our deck. This slides back over. The first player token comes back to me.
I want that card so bad.
I know. We might have to finish this game out. All right, and then that's it. So let's go ahead and talk about the art and components.
All right. Well, the art's really good. I like it a whole lot, don't you, Dean?
I do, yeah.
I think it's really nice. I think it's beautiful. I think that they did a really good job on the board here. It looks like you're going exploring. The track looks nice, and you can easily tell what everything is. The iconography is really good in this game. It's simple. I mean, it's not, it's pretty simple to do. There's not a lot of really complex, symbols that you would have to come up with in this game. But I think it's really well done. The art on the card's good. The cardboard on all this is good. The explorers are fine. You love those. I'll just toss it to you.
Yeah, I love the components in this one. The arrowheads are really, they're formed well. The jewels are cool. The tablets have engraved writing on it, which is really cool. All this is just fantastic. I love it. The box, I'll say this. I think this will be, some people love it, some people won't love it. I can put it up here, I guess. But the thing I really like is that it's exactly what you would think that it would be. Oh, yeah, that's right. Put it face up.
Here we go. Here goes Johnny every single time.
Whoa, crazy John. All right. I think some people will like it. Some people love it. Here's what it fits really well with the game, and that's why I like the cover of the box, right? I don't think that that's necessarily my style of art typically, but for this kind of game, that's the art that I would want. You know what I mean? It fits for it.
I guess. It's fine.
Is the gameplay fine?
Okay, let's dive in, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so Dean has mentioned this whenever we were playing the games prior to today. this definitely has feels of Imperial Settlers, feels of Everdell when it comes to the deck building part of the game. It's a game where you get 2 workers and that's it. I mean, that's all you're going to have. And to be able to go out and explore and dig up stuff and all that kind of stuff. So at the beginning, you're like, wow, man, I don't really do a lot. But by the end, when you get to 5 rounds and you're also thinking maybe, wow, 5 rounds isn't really that much. But by the time you get to the 4th and 5th round, you probably have a pretty good sized deck. You're probably rocking quite a bit. I mean, that's what happens. Like we often, it takes, you can go for quite a while. So if you like games like that, I would say right off the bat that this is something that you probably want to look at, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because you love those games and you really like that. This part feels really similar. This doesn't. This is different for sure.
Yeah.
If you don't like those games, you could still like this game, no doubt. But I just want to say, like, if you're like, man, I love Imperial Settlers, and it looks like there's a little bit more with the board, this is something you I think want to look at.
It feels more like Everdell to me but I totally agree with you on that. It feels more like Everdell, a game that we recently did a Kickstarter video for, Endless Winter. It feels a lot like that to me in the same vein, where you just have a couple workers. And the way deck building in these type of games, this one and Endless Winter, I think the new Dune game, I haven't played it, but it still has that same idea. You have a smaller deck of cards, and so you're really, it's not like Dominion where you're gaining multiple or 1 or 2 more cards every round.
Yeah.
This one you're just gaining maybe 1 or 2, and so you're going to have a very small deck that you're going to be only gaining 5 cards total from those, and you can
some of these are really powerful.
They can be really powerful, but I kind of like that, because this game becomes very puzzly, and you don't want to clog your deck at all, right? You have to be very succinct about the cards that you're going to get. So if you're getting a card to go into your hand, you need to make sure this is one that I'm going to use. It's going to be very helpful for me to move up on these tracks, to win the game, to gain points and win the game. I like that. I like that puzzle
too, which you have. Yeah. I mean, this game can be really tight, so picking the right ones to get a couple more points could really help you.
That's right. We didn't mention this fully, but you gain points from the cards, you gain points from the track, which we mentioned. If you get up to the temple, these are going to be worth a lot of points, and then you can buy these temple tiles by paying the cost listed below here. To get the top one, you have to pay the cost, all of those resources down there, which is cool. I like that. There's lots of different ways to get victory points in this. Resources are not one of them, and so you really have to be thoughtful about the things that you're doing. You have to be succinct in your turns.
Yep. Yeah, for sure. I'll mention that I like the thematic nature of the exploring thing. Like this makes you want to explore just because you're like, let's see what happens. Because it feels thematic. And I mean, there's a little luck there, right? I mean, you can flip the right Guardian with the right things on it, and it helps you to slay the Guardian or whatever faster. But I mean, whenever you're digging in the dirt and you're going out and exploring and different things, that's what happens, right? So it feels thematic, and I do like that about the game, that it's a definitely Euro game that has some thematic vibes to it, for sure.
Oh, I think this is a pretty thematic game.
Yeah. That's why I think a lot of people like this game. I mean, this game's got a lot of hype, and I think that's a big part of it. I think that the weight is probably around 3, a little bit, even less than 3 maybe. So it's definitely a very accessible game. It's not a gateway game. That would be learning how to build decks and stuff is a little confusing.
Yeah, no.
But it's a next step up, or it's just like people who love that jam, which is you love that around 3 weight.
Yeah.
Typically is your jam. And I like games like that as well.
It's a tricky one because I wouldn't say this is even like a next step game necessarily. I think this is more complicated.
You're probably right.
More complicated.
I'll retract that
than Everdell and Imperial Settlers. Would you say? Maybe not more than Imperial Settlers, but than
I don't know.
Empires. But
I've got Everdell to some people that really had a hard time grasping it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think this is just a little bit farther than that. Yeah, it's heavier than that for sure. We didn't mention this either, which I think this is cool. But in the in 2-player game, you're going to be covering up these spots, and you're going to have less of these temple tokens out there. But with more players, you can actually have more people go to these. You just have to pay more.
I like games that have that.
I do too. I think that's cool.
This track, you love that track, right?
Yeah,
you really enjoy trying to screech up that track.
I do, and you can get a lot of points from screeching up that track. But even more so than that, I want to know what's under these tiles. Like the exploration part of that. But it's screeching up here to get all these points, and then potentially being able to buy those is huge, right? It can be really big. But then to move, especially on this side of the board, moving your notebook up to be able to get your assistants and getting them upgraded is important. And then they have bigger bonuses the higher that they get.
Yeah.
Flip the board over, and this is different. Everything else is
It's a little
mostly the same. It's a little different.
A little more complex, I would say. On the other, a
Yeah.
little more puzzly. Yeah, you're having some of the same things up here. You're getting different bonuses, even negative things when you get up to the top. You're gaining fear and stuff like that. So
now I do think the other side of the board is probably more interesting.
I think it is too.
The choices become a little more difficult on this track. Again, some of the symbols are different, but for the most part, everything else is the same. I like the cards. We mentioned this already, but there's some really cool cards, and some of those cards work really well together. There's some cards that allow you to just take the actions on some of these tiles, which I love that. Again, that's more exploration. Some of them that will have more symbols on it, making it easier to explore the second level tiles, which obviously are better. But on top of that, you're going to get more points. You're going to take both of these tiles worth 3 points. One, you'll get the benefit of the one that's face up, and then the other one's just worth 3 points. But still, I think that's cool. But those cards are important to be able to do that, to be able to take those actions you want. So there's a lot for me to like in this game. I think we've covered most of it.
You do your final thoughts?
Final thoughts, yep.
You may go first?
Sure.
First.
Yeah, you go first.
Okay, so negatively, since we haven't talked about negatives, I don't know what a lot of people love this game, Dean. It doesn't quite scratch the itch. I feel like it does for a lot of people. For me, I don't know what it is. Like I like how it's thematic, and again, I mentioned this in the gameplay comments. I think that it's a nice weight for a lot of folks, and a weight that I like games in this weight a lot. And I wish I could put my finger on it. I like this game. I think it's a super well-designed game. And I think that I may even be in the minority. I'm going to give this a decent score. I think some people are going to really, really love this game. And I think Dean is one of those persons. I think he just absolutely... I don't
like this one.
Well, maybe not. I just think you do. Like, you haven't told me what you're going to rate or whatever. I think I could even be in the minority of saying, like, I think it's a solid game. One thing that I don't know if I love, and this is something about... that happens in Imperial Settlers, it can happen in Everdell, is as the game progresses, the turns can get really long. Like the rounds can get really long. You have more powerful cards. You're setting this off to do this, to do that. You're going to places where you're getting more resources, and sometimes I feel like it kind of drags just a little bit. You probably don't like that at all. Like, you just love it all.
No, but, Everdell and Empires of the North are two of my favorite games. They're top 10 games for me. So
that's a total personal preference thing. Like, I could see, like, if you had, like, 3 or 4 players, these last rounds could really take a long time in this game.
Sure.
I like playing it, too, because I like how it doesn't take as long. So that's a minor knock. But, I mean, it has some really cool mechanics, really thematic. I like going up that track. I like trying to figure out the best cards to take, and you can't take too many, like Dean said, I don't think. Yeah. I mean, you can't. You don't have enough resources either.
Maybe the most we've had is maybe 12, and I think that's kind of on the higher end of cards that you're going to have in your hand.
Yeah, so, I mean, keeping your deck efficient is really fun, and that's fun in the game and stuff. But right now, like, I think Dean mentioned, let's just finish this game. I'm kind of sure I will if he wants to, but I'm not like... I'm just not going, yes, I have to finish this game right now. So I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Like, I think, which means I'm usually willing to play, which means if he wants to finish it, yeah, I'm going to. But it's probably not one that I'm gonna suggest. There's a lot of other games that I would pick over this, I think. Unless I really wanted to play a game with someone, a Euro style game with someone who really loves theme, this absolutely scratches that itch. And that would be the reason I would have it in my collection if I did. But I could pass in my collection for now.
Yeah. This game is my jam. I mentioned that. It's right up there with those other ones, like all those 3 that I mentioned, the Endless Winter, the Empires of the North, the Everdell. I like so many things about this game. I like, the thing that you don't like about the game, about how your last turn you can be doing lots of things. I love that, because that means you've built this efficient engine that you're then getting to play out. Now, you might not get to play out all of that, depending on if you're able to gain all the cards that are in your deck. Sometimes you are, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll be able to gain every card from your deck in that final round, and that feels really good to me. Yeah. I love that feeling, knowing that I did what I could do.
I think it's the fact that you're and this is in a lot of games, but I mean, you're building a deck you're going to end up screeching up this a lot at the end of the game. Do this to exchange this to get this. Okay, do this to exchange that to move up more. Do this to exchange this to move. But there is a puzzle to that. That is interesting. as well.
Yeah, you can now, and that's why I like that there's other options to gain points, because you can get a lot of points from these, because not only do they give you 6 points, which is good, but also you're gaining a bonus from here. These bonuses are really good. We didn't have them, but they're going to be a lot better than the other ones. That one's going to be gaining a card and a tablet and a jewel, and that's really, really good, and I like that. So for me, this game gets really high praises. This one's going to get a 9.5 for me.
Whoa!
This is the highest rated game I have of 2020.
That is crazy to me.
I love
No,
this game.
that's not a negative. Like, it's just like the reason I say it's crazy, I just did not expect you to say that.
Yeah,
I expected you to say like 8.5 or 9.
Yeah,
so that's wow.
It's game of the year for me at this point. It is. It's my favorite game of the year. Excuse me. The more I play this game, the more like I said, I just want to finish this game right now.
That's crazy.
I really want to do this. The puzzly nature of this game is what really gets
9.5.
me.
That means this is like top 30 material for you of all time, potentially.
Top 20, I would say. Yeah, top 20. I mean, it's a contender for a top 10 for me. Honestly, it's really, really good. The reason the thing that could make it go into the 10 territory is more things to do. There is some sameness, like John said, of screeching up that track. I like games where we move up tracks. That's another plus for me. So all
maybe
these
if there
things,
was another track or something a little.
Maybe again, you flip the board over and you have the different things on the other track, which is cool. I like that, but maybe some more mechanisms there so it doesn't feel so samey on this track. But the exploration, it gets me, man. I love this stuff.
I get that.
I love to see what's going to come out with those cards. I love this game so much. I just want to play it all the time. Yeah.
People give this game high praises.
Oh yeah. It's worth it. It's way worth it.
I feel like maybe I'm in the minority. I mean, 7.5 is still a good score. I wanted to reiterate that. Like, that's a good score.
Yeah.
So I like this game. It's a solid game, but that's a big difference in us.
It is.
Like,
that's
I
one of
feel
the
it's a
biggest
good, solid game.
here.
You feel like it's like one of the best games ever. I'm like, you love this thing.
Yeah,
that's
I really
a big
do.
difference.
But again, okay, for me personally, it's scratch. I love worker placement. I love deck building. I love moving up.
Yeah,
the tracks.
I understand.
Love, these games where I can have more actions than you, depending on how I built my engine, that sort of thing.
I think I want another thing or two going on in this game to kick it up a notch for me.
Wow. Okay. All right. Maybe an expansion will add a whole other board.
It could. Like, I mean, it's one of the. I mean,
things.
I think if it had, like you said, you going over here, you building that. Maybe there was something else to do that added to the puzzle. I might like it a little more. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, that's a 9.5 for me.
Wow.
Woo. Love this game.
So there's it's going to be hard for anything to pass this as game of the year.
It's going to be hard, but we got some stuff coming up that might do that. 7.5 from John. Tell people how they can get in touch with us.
All right, if you're enjoying our channel, we'd love for you to subscribe to it. You can go to Meepletown Games to check out all of our stuff, meepletowngames.com, to check out all of our stuff, our podcasts and all that. We're at Meepletown Games on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and we're Board Game Geek Guild 3407.
Thanks for coming down to Meepletown. Thanks for joining us, and be sure to follow us on Twitter at Meepletown Games, and connect with us on the Meepletown Guild, Guild number 3407, at BoardGameGeek.com, and also subscribe to our podcast and YouTube channel. And until next time, thanks for coming down to Meepletown.